Welcome back. Thank you for staying with the broadcast. Canadian banks have a long history of doing business in the Caribbean. Lately, things have taken a turn as they are pulling out of the Caribbean banking sector. The recent acquisition of the operations of the Bank of Nova Scotia and the impending sale of majority shares of CIBC are what Grant Thornton accounting firm partner Richard Pitterkin calls an expanding opportunity for regional banking.
The Canadian Bank of Commerce began operations in the Caribbean in 1920. Nearly a century later, its descendant is preparing to sell off a significant stake in its Caribbean business. CIBC is the biggest regionally listed bank in the English and Dutch-speaking Caribbean. This will be the second major acquisition to impact banking in St. Lucia, following the completion of the acquisition of operations from the Bank of Nova Scotia by Republic Financial Holdings Limited, Republic Bank. Grant Thornton accounting firm partner Richard Pitterkin says that this transaction has signified a notable change in the financial landscape of the Caribbean, as foreign banks appear to be pulling out of the region.
Unfortunately, the Canadian banks, because the level of return in the West Indies, in the Caribbean has not been good, they're all going out, but they're being replaced by others. So at least it shows that there's still confidence in the Caribbean as a whole, confidence in St. Lucia. And so I believe that Republic, which is a very reputable bank in Trinidad and Tobago, should be able to do a good job in St. Lucia.
Pitterkin says that the greatest concern when dealing with an acquisition is ensuring that service either meets or surpasses the standards set by previous operators. Republic Bank has promised to make a wide variety of products and services available to the St. Lucian market, supported by its strong international corresponding banking network.
The big question mark for a lot of people is, okay, is Republic going to have the same connections that allows it to give a network of correspondent banks so that, if you're doing business globally, you won't have a problem? Is Republic's level of service, their willingness to look at different financial products, different kind of security, the manner in which they deal with their customers, if all of those things is as good as or better than the Bank of Nova Scotia.
Banking officials have stated that cutting back from the Caribbean markets would allow them to focus on their preferred businesses and markets. Stiff economic challenges created by hurricanes such as Maria and Dorian have also been referred to as a challenge contributing to the pullouts. For Hot 7 News, I am Jacques Wooding.
To recognize the upcoming anniversary of the Convention on the Rights of the Child, officials from the Caribbean Secondary Schools Drama Festival came together on the final day of activities to hold a seminar aimed at sensitizing teachers on the rights of the child.
The year 2019 marks the 30th anniversary of the adoption of the Convention on the Rights of a Child. To mark this occasion, teachers and facilitators of the Caribbean Secondary Schools Drama Festival came together for a seminar aimed at providing in-depth information on the convention. Health and Family Life Curriculum Officer Sophia Edwards-Gabriel says that despite being the most ratified international text in the world, many articles of children's rights still strive to be respected.
Today I made a presentation on the rights of the child because we are now almost at the 30th year mark of the Convention of the Rights of the Child, and we realize that many persons are still unaware about what this treaty entails, the importance of the treaty, the articles that are in there. Most people understand that there's a concept about the rights of the child, but they don't have much detail. And given that we are now celebrating this whole week of creativity, the Caribbean Secondary Schools Festival, I felt it was a great platform to advocate and to sensitize persons about the Convention of the Rights of the Child.
Theatre Arts Curriculum Officer Kentilia Louis says that the fact that these two child-oriented events have coincided could not be ignored.
And we thought that it was not coincidental. Sometimes these things come together, that we have this festival at this time, which is focused on children. And so we decided to partner with UNICEF because in the arts it's been growing, especially arts education, young persons in performance, and we felt that we need to ensure with that growth that we make sure we enforce the rights of the child, that there's protection for children in this sector.
Throughout the month of November, UNICEF will host seminars internationally in order to recognize the Convention for the Rights of a Child for its relevance in global peace development and to assess the status of children's rights. taking measures to strengthen awareness, understanding, and actual realization of its articles worldwide. For Hot 7 News, I am Jacques Oding.
Lovers of unique products and services can look forward to the 12th annual St. Lucia Taiwan Partnership Trade Show. The launch of the event took place on Tuesday, the 12th of November, and it is being facilitated by the Ministry of Commerce and International Trade. It is praised as the perfect opportunity for exposure and represents a solidifying of the ties between St. Lucia and Taiwan.
This is not only a trade show. It is a partnership trade show. That means we come here not just for business, for partnership. Because there is really a lot that Taiwan and the Taiwanese businessmen can offer. They came here not just to sell products to you, but they come here to offer you the best solution, either to your needs at home or maybe your industrial needs. So we try to focus on the word partnership because it is a chance for business people from both countries to do some business matching and form some partnership. And one of these days, I hope that in Taiwan people are gonna enjoy your hot sauces because it's so good. We cannot wait to sell it to Taiwan. So it's a partnership and it's both ways.
The trade show will host a number of different exciting businesses, one of which will be Abby's Exotic Blends. Shondell Alexander, the owner of Abby's Exotic Blends, praises the forward thinking of the Ministry of Commerce and International Trade in aiding new and upcoming businesses.
I was able to secure the leadership, excellence in customer service, and also implementation of standards and best practices awards last year. And this year, we got Small Business of the Year. I think all of this came because of the Ministry of Commerce and also the Manufacturers Association. So those of you young people out there who are young business people or thinking, I think you should join the Manufacturers Association or visit the Commerce or SEDU, and they will assist you to get to where you want to be.
The 12th annual St. Lucia Taiwan Partnership Trade Show boasts the advancement of the economy as well as enterprise development. This is the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Tennyson Glasgow is up next with all the sporting action.